And so I got busy trying to dig up some dirt on this organization, why this was a bad idea, and in the process got kind of intrigued by what I was
Yep.
reading, and found out that partners could tag along with trainees. So
Oh, okay.
last minute, I booked a flight with her. We flew off to the East Coast,
I was
and
impressed.
there are a couple of different skills that are essential
Mhm.
that we support people in getting. One is, can I listen? Can I actually just show up and hear what my partner's saying? Not just their words, but also the context, to read, what kind of emotional state they're in, be sensitive to that. And the fact is that most people are really good at that if the conditions are right.
Because
Now,
a lot of times your partner might feel threatened by it and completely turned off by it. So that's a
yes,
good thing.
I figured at least I get it firsthand, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
so we go into this training, and there were authors there, some well-known people who were part of this program, and I was the only non-therapist in the group, and we were the only actual couple. So the instructor, Dr. Gordon, was sitting in her chair, and she clapped her hands. She goes, "Oh, this is going to be so great because we have an actual couple here. So
Wow.
Mike, you and Robin can model the tools for us, and it'll make for
Yeah.
much better training for everyone."
So
It'll
you
be real.
guys got your participation trophy.
Right.
Well, so if I'm the speaker, it's on me to be clear, to be coherent, to say something that's actually workable and that's not just offensive and a non-starter from the get-go. And
And to make a clear request for change. It's not fair to complain without making a request for change. Not to say that it's not working unless you can bring a solution so we can move forward.
Well, and one example is in looking at what couples do without tools, we've found that mostly what they ask each other to change falls in three categories.
There's the safety to be vulnerable, but without it, it's not necessarily going to go well. Like when we're driving, that's a terrible time to talk about. Often stuff comes up in the car. It's like, this is not a good time. We can't look at each other. We're, focused on like not crashing, and people get in terrible fights in the car, and so it's not, so we have to pick the right time and then have a way to take turns, and then there's how to craft what you're bringing up in a way that's fair, and that's a little more complex. But yeah,
and we discovered when you're like, no, don't try and solve the problem. and then the other critical thing that Robin alluded to is taking turns. When both people are desperately trying to be understood and getting a need for meaning into the same space at the same time, it just never turns out.
Nobody's listening.
And really the only way to bridge that is just to agree, we're going to attend to you now 100%. And like Robin said, anything that I've got going, I am going to just forget about that for the moment and put my 100% on you, in faith that I'll get my turn and you'll give me the same respect. So that's essential. When you do that, it will change your relationship. You can, on your own, fundamentally shift your relationship by shifting your own reactivity. It's like Aikido. Your partner wants to go into that wrestle, and all of a sudden you're not doing that anymore. And and it will create a shift in them.
It definitely did for me. I mean, you started just being kind of calm and collected, and because I get agitated when he gets agitated, and he's upset, then I get wound up, and he's like being calm, and I'm like, oh, okay, I feel calmer too. It's really.
About 7 years into our marriage, we had a crisis, and I realized there needed to be a shift. And we went through a whole process around that. And what we walked away with is, what's it going to take to have a relationship where neither one of us has any chronic grievances about the other person? Any, like, I love you, but man, when this comes up, my mind is churning and I'm making a case against you in my head. And what would it take? And so let's end this marriage and just go provisional day to day until we can sort this piece out.